got a big drop top and I'm rolling. And I told my girl I'ma be up till the morning. Feeling like I'm 2-3.
In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I color grade my sports videos, and I'm going to do a giveaway so that you have a chance at getting my color grading presets that I use every day for free. Hey, what's going on? My name is Peter Sarellas. I'm a videographer and editor from Toronto, Canada. I specialize in sports videography. And in this video, I'm finally doing it. I'm going to show you how I color my sports videos. I think I get an Instagram DM like every single day asking me how I color my sports videos. And this has only gotten more frequent since I released my LUT pack. So it's about time that I show you how I color a sports video. We're gonna go through examples of clips that are shot with full color, clips that are shot with flat picture profiles. We're gonna do clips that are shot in log. And I'm gonna show you how I quickly color each one of these for use in my sports edits. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So you can see here I've got a few clips laid out. These are the clips that we're going to be working with for today. So I normally color using adjustment layers, and I'll color using adjustment layers because when I'm shooting one game with one camera and the look is consistent throughout the entire game, and then I'm making a video for that game, I don't want to have to color every single individual clip. So by putting my color on an adjustment layer, I can apply all the color effects that I'd like, and then I can drag that adjustment layer over all of my clips and they will all be colored rather than me having to do them individually. So let's create an adjustment layer by just going down to this little paper icon. We'll click adjustment layer. It automatically makes it to the same size as my sequence, which is 1920 by 1080. So we'll click OK. Now we have this adjustment layer. So we'll drag it onto our first clip here. So we're going to drag the adjustment layer all the way over, just like this. Go to our Lumetri Color panel right over here. And now we're going to be able to apply a LUT. So the LUT that we're going to apply to this one comes from my LUT pack. I color all of my sports videos with my LUT pack. So we're going to do this the way that I would do it if I was doing an actual job, which is with my LUTs. So we're going to grab one of my LUTs here. I have them all right up here, flat LUTs and log LUTs. And you can see that the flat LUTs were designed for HLG3 and the log LUTs were designed for Slog3. So we're gonna grab flat LUT number 2 for this one. And we'll click open. And already we have a pretty good start just by applying the LUT. This is what we have, and then if I get rid of it, you can see what we had before. And personally, I like the look with the LUT a lot more. So we're gonna make a couple small adjustments to this. You can see I have my Lumetri scopes down here, and everything seems a little overexposed right now, so I'm gonna dial that back a little. Maybe we'll add some more contrast and also lift the shadows because it seems kind of dark. That's better. And the one last thing I wanna do to this image, because I can see that this jersey is yellow, but the yellow's got desaturated, is I want to pump some of the yellow back into this shot. So we'll go to curves here, and under our hue curves, hue versus hue, we're going to maybe tweak the yellow a little. No, let's go to hue versus saturation. And we'll pump the saturation on the yellow nice and high. Get that yellow jersey, which this Edmonton team is known for, nice and saturated so it stands out. And honestly, I think this is pretty good. This is what we have before, this is what we have after. It puts more of a pop on the players, I think, and takes it away from the stands a little bit. And let's play this clip all the way through. So that's one clip color graded. Let's go on to this next one. We have a clip shot in HLG3. I shot this on my Sony a7 III with a 70 to 200 millimeter lens. So let's grab this adjustment layer. We're going to drag it over the clip once again. And now we can hop back into our color panel and we're going to color this. So I've actually got all of my LUTs set as presets. So if I just search the word Peter in my effects panel here, you can see that I've saved all of my LUTs under here as presets. So I don't need to actually go into the Lumetri Color and like click through to load the LUT every time. I just have it as like a drag and drop thing. And the way you do this if you want is you just come over to your adjustment layer. Let's go this one for an example. We already have the Lumetri Color effect applied and we know that we've applied one of our LUTs to this. So you just right click and then you go save preset. And then this preset saves, we can call it LUT number 1. And then you just leave this as scale and you click OK. And now this LUT will save under your effects panel there. So anytime you want to load that LUT again, instead of going through and searching for my LUT, you can just write LUT number 1 or whatever you called it. And then you'll just be able to take that LUT and drag it on without needing to load it every time. So it's a little handy tip that I use to be able to color my stuff quickly without going through my Finder. But anyways, we've got this adjustment layer over our clip, so we're going to go to the color panel here. I'll take flat LUT number 2. I think we used number 2 last time. I'll take flat LUT number 3 and I will drag it onto my clip here. And you can see right away that is the difference that we get. So here's before the LUT, here's after the LUT. I should note that this LUT here is actually quite turquoise, flat LUT number 3. But especially for the shot, I think it works really well, though we do have to make a couple adjustments. You can see from the Lumetri scopes at the bottom, there's a lot happening right up at the top here, and we have some hidden the very, very top of this image, which means that we have a little bit of overexposure. So let's dial this back a little. That seems a lot better. Maybe we'll pump the contrast up again and lift the shadows. You'll notice that there's trends to the way I color. I seem to do that for most of my clips. And to me, this is looking a tiny bit green, so I'll pump a little bit of magenta into it. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. That was only a couple slides, and already we've gone from this, which is pretty meh, to this, which I like a lot. So let's play that clip through now. So now we're gonna move and color a shot that is still relevant for sports videographers, but slightly different. So this shot here is actually of the halftime show at the Canadian Elite Basketball League Championship. And this isn't like, it's not a sports shot, but it's a shot of something that happens at a sporting event. I shot this with my A6500, which is my B cam using the Cine 4 picture profile. So this isn't quite the type of shot that the LUTs were perfectly designed for, but it works. And I'm gonna show you how you can make these LUTs and color grades work quickly with a shot like this that's shot on a cheaper camera, quite honestly. All right, so let's go back into our presets here. We're gonna grab flat LUT number 3. I kinda like this one. We'll drag it onto our adjustment layer. And all of a sudden you can see a huge difference. The purples got completely changed and are now like a turquoisey blue. Maybe that's not some of your style. If you like purple a lot, then you can go and add purple into this shot again, but I like it like this. So right away, I'll play this through with the LUT applied and absolutely no changes. Honestly, I would just leave that like that. Like maybe you can argue that it's a little bit overexposed. You can bring the highlights down a little. So maybe we'll try doing something like that. If you wanted to add some more purple into this, as it was naturally per se, you could come into the curves. We'll bring down the hue and saturation curves. And we're gonna go to hue versus hue. And we're just gonna create a couple of points and we'll drag around the turquoise until we get it to a purple place, kind of like that. And now we kind of have some of that purple that we had before we applied the LUT. And you can be like as drastic with this as you want. You can bring it all the way back down to this if you're really looking for it. And that'll kind of give you some of those same colors back, but honestly, I liked it exactly the way we had it. Like that's how I would color grade this shot, honestly. That LUT, flat LUT number 3 works really, really well for like this whole type of setup of a whole bunch of colorful lights at a sporting event. Now the one thing we haven't done yet is I haven't shown you how I color log footage. So this here is a clip of the Ryerson Rams women's basketball team at a practice. This was filmed not by myself, but by Juan Morales, who also has a sports videography channel here on YouTube. He sent me this because he has an A7S III and I do not. So he shot this in 240 frames per second full HD with his A7S III, and we are going to color grade it using my log LUTs. So let's go back to the effects panel, search my name, and which one do we want to use here? Let's try log LUT number 2 to start. And already you can see that it's blue and it's overexposed, but it's workable. So we're gonna take this and drag it to be a bit orange, and then we'll bring the exposure down. And just like that, we're like 90% of the way there. So maybe we'll add some more contrast to this. Let's go ahead and bring the shadows up again. I'm not loving the orange tones here. So let's go into curves and make a couple adjustments to the hue there. So let's put a dot on either side of orange, and then we'll lift orange, yeah, maybe like this way. And I'm gonna actually desaturate the orange and then saturate the blues a little bit more. Since blue is the main Ryerson color, and for this team, I would want that color to stand out. So let's desaturate the oranges like that, and then we're going to put 2 dots one on either side of the color blue that we have on the women's shirt there. And then we're just going to saturate that a little bit. And maybe we even do a little hue shift here to bring the blues away from that turquoise look that we naturally get here and more to their true color as it would have been. Something like that. And now with those tweaks, you can see what we had prior and what we have after. And here is that clip color graded. Alright, so now I've shown you how I color grade my clips very quickly using my sports video LUT pack, but I want to show you one more thing before we get out of here. I know there's going to be a lot of people who ask me how I color grade a clip from scratch, and I feel like it'd be a disservice if I didn't show you how I color grade clips from scratch when the need arises. So I'm going to drag an adjustment layer over one of the clips that we just color graded, and I'm going to color grade it from scratch and get it to a usable place as quickly as possible. Then we're going to compare the clip that I edited with my LUT to the clip that I edited by just doing it manually. And you can let me know which one that you like better by commenting down below. So we'll come into our Lumetri Color here. We're back on this clip, and we'll start by just adding contrast and saturation. Maybe some vibrance as well. You can already see this is like very green. So we're gonna fix that. We'll even bring the blue in a little. The saturation here might be a little too much, so let me dial that back an inch. Now we need to make some adjustments. I'm not loving the skin tones here, so we're going to adjust the hue by putting a dot on either side of the yellow that falls within their skin tones, and we're just going to tweak that up a little bit, add a little bit more red to it, and I'm also going to desaturate the skin a little bit so that, yeah, that looks a little bit better. Maybe let's go through and add some more turquoise into this, just a little, something like that. And personally, I don't think that's bad. With a few slides, we were able to get that to like a usable place. You can see that before my color correction, we were here, and after the color correction, we're here, and that ain't too shabby. So let me play that back for you, and you can tell me what you think. Alright, so which one did you like better? Did you prefer the clip that I color graded in just a little drag and drop preset with my LUT, or did you prefer that clip that I manually color graded? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to win one of my LUT packs, then drop a comment down below, because I'm actually going to be picking 3 winners from this video. So if you want to get the LUTs that I just used in this video to quickly color grade all of these clips for free, then go drop a comment and include like your email or Instagram handle or some way that I can get in touch with you, so that if your comment gets randomly selected, then I can get in touch with you. We're going to let this run for a week, and then we're going to pick the 3 winners, so a week from when this video is posted. If you want to buy my LUTs, there's a link in the description where you can go pick them up, and you can use them to color all your sports videos. And if you like this video, then please consider subscribing to my channel, because I post videography and video editing tips and tutorial videos similar to this one on a regular basis, and I would love to have you around for those. And if you have any other questions or comments, anything that I missed in this video, or there's anything else that you may want to talk to me about, just let me know in the comments or on my Instagram @Sarellas. I'd be happy to get back to you. Anyways, that's going to be all for this video, so until next time, peace.